Shalom, shalom, my beautiful people. Most High be praised, exalted, and esteemed. I truly do expect that all is well with each and every one of you. But let's go ahead and jump right into it, you guys, because I want to make this, short, but, effective and powerful. Because I've recorded several times and it's just like it's so much to really just build on this particular word. But again, definitely want to just keep it short. All right, so let's go. All right, y'all. So the word of the day is diligently, specifically diligently, right? But yes, you can match diligence and diligent. You can match those words with it. It is good to know the Hebrew when you're studying these words, or Hebrew, Aramaic, Amharic, a lot of the more ancient and Shemitic languages, because they do help you read that verse in its proper context, right? Like we are going to be mostly focusing on Deuteronomy chapter 6, verses 7 and 17. And even though they both have diligently in them in the English, it's two different Hebrew words. And that matters because it allows you to really go a little deeper when you know which proper Hebrew word to put in that place, right? So come on, y'all, let's get into it. And the other scripture, I don't know if we'll have time to read it on the audio, but definitely take the time to read it in your own time. Praise Yah. And that will be Psalms 119, verse 4, which also speaks about this same word, using the same word. Okay, anywho, so let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. Let's go. Deuteronomy chapter 6, we're going to read verses 7 and verse 17, okay? So we have verse 7, and you shall teach them diligently. Peep the word, y'all. And you shall teach them diligently to your children, and shall talk of them when you sit in the house, when you walk by the way, and when you rise, salak, and when you lay down, and when you rise up. Verse 17, you shall diligently keep the commandments of the Most High, your power, and his testimonies and his statutes, which he has commanded you. Ooh, y'all. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it, right? So it says, and you shall diligently, Salika, and you shall teach. And Salika or Salak means, excuse me or forgive me. And you shall teach them diligently to your children. That Hebrew word right there is shanan. And I love this word from a Hebrew perspective because it's like to basically like really pierce something. Like you are so deep into this thing that whatever it is that you are, putting that effort to or being intentional about towards, that you are basically piercing that thing. So it's like being real intense. So intense that the words or the things that you're doing is piercing that person or that thing, right? And it's so beautiful because if we are doing this with our children, we are teaching them the word of the Most High. And look at what it says, y'all, when you're talking, when you're walking, when you sleep, when you're laying down, when you up. So if we as adults are living this way of life and we're living it out and we are active, about serving the Most High, we are diligent, we are dedicated, we are disciplined, and we are intentionally focusing with the intent to apply the instructions, the directions, etc. from the Most High. Etc. So, etc. from the Most High, right? So again, just looking at this word in the context of diligent, in this verse 7, it's shanan, and that is again to pierce something, to be so intense about something that it's piercing that particular thing, right? Almost in the sense of to prick, right? And if we are doing, like, I really love that concept. I love that mindset, that mind space of teaching something so intensely that it is piercing that individual. But look at what it's piercing them with: the truth, the commandments, the will and work, and ways of the Most High, right? So let's go ahead and jump to verse 17. All right. And it says, you shall diligently, this is direct instructions, direct command. You shall diligently keep the commandments of the Most High, your power, and his testimonies and his statutes, which he has commanded. Yo, like it be so much to unpack from one verse, y'all. Like, yo, like the word is so beautiful, and it's so beautiful because it's alive and it's living, and it is our DNA, man, and we are connected to it. So let's jump into this, right? You shall diligently keep the commandments. You shall diligently keep the commandments of the Most High, your power, and his testimonies and his statutes, which he has commanded you. I love this show. I love this word right here. I say it every day because I got a dog with this name. But you know what I'm saying? The word is shamar, which is to guard something, right? But here's the thing, because in guarding it, you will also observe that thing, and not observe it in the sense of you watching, right? Which it could still mean that. But I like to think of it in observing of actually applying. So it goes back to you are focusing on something so hard that you are being intentional about that thing to the point where now you are going to apply this thing that you are intentionally focused on, right? And for us, as we're reading from this verse, it would be the commandments, the statutes, and the testimonies of the Most High. Yes, right? So shamar in verse 17, diligently, that Hebrew word is going to be shamar, is to keep, to guard, to give heed to. I love that. To give heed to, right? To keep oneself in a way, to abstain, to guard. Right. All right. Sorry about y'all. I know I'm talking a little fast on this one, and it's late where I'm at. So I'm like, but I'm like, we gonna get this day 2 posted. Okay. So yeah, y'all, you know what I'm saying? So just keeping in mind again, just the definitions, or the definitions of the words that we are using in that context of diligent. So that verse 7, that diligently is shanan, which is again to intensely pierce something, to pierce, you know what I'm saying? Like, ooh, I love that. I love that, right? And then the second word in verse 17 for diligently is shamar, which is to guard, to observe, to keep, to preserve, to protect, to keep oneself. Okay, cut off again, but I'm gonna keep going. but I love that fact of to keep oneself from something, you know what I mean? Because if we are diligently keeping the commandments and the statutes and the testimonies of the Most High, then we will refrain from wickedness. We will refrain from those things that are displeasing to the Most High. But again, just looking at it in its context, verse 15, you shall diligently keep the commandments of the Most High. You shall guard the commandments of the Most High. You shall observe the commandments of the Most High. You shall preserve. You shall protect. This is what we are to do with the commandments of the Most High power, with his testimonies, with his statutes, which he has commanded, y'all. I'm telling y'all, we could really, really get into it with these words, but the agreement was to keep it 10 minutes or less. So I'm gonna try to do that, y'all. But like, I get so excited sometimes, when we just building in a word, y'all. But anywho, I'm gonna close it out right here. Feel free to jump in, say, share, add in the comments. May the Most High bless us to be diligently about his business. Shalom.